So in terms of ads, people often will say to me, "Hey, we're going to build this game," and I say, you know, are you going to put ads in the game, or how are you going to monetize the game? And people will say, "No, we don't want ads in the game because it annoys the players." My opinion, honestly, is get ads in the game because the mass majority of players and the ones that I've chatted to, you know, and from what I see from the comments, from the ratings in our studio Cobalt Play, people, the mass majority of people don't care about the ads if it's a free game. They know that the game has to monetize some way. They know that developers have to make money some way. The ads are not the best thing, of course. It kind of covers the UI a little bit, or it might be in a place that is a little bit annoying. But my opinion is for that small number of small number of players that are going to be annoyed by that, it's a small sacrifice to make, in my opinion. You've got to make money, put ads in the game, and so long as it's not covering like the middle of the screen or where you drag the bird or slice the fruit or whatever, it's okay to do that, and I totally recommend it. We actually make more money on ads than we do on in-app purchases in the game, and that's just me being very open and direct there. So, I definitely recommend putting ads, and we use AdMob. This is through Google, and we put AdMob into our game, and then the ads pop up as a banner. So, definitely check those links. I'm going to show you the links in a moment, guys, but I just wanted to say, put ads in the game, in my opinion. iAd is the other one that comes from Apple, and it's pretty much the same thing. The ads pop up, and if people tap on them, then you make some revenue. The other way to do it is if you're doing freemium, like we do at Cobalt Play, is basically to have an offer wall in the game. And I think a lot of people are not sure what this is, especially beginner developers or perhaps developers who are not in the circle of development and go to presentations and read about news and so on. It's basically Tapjoy has an offer wall. Tapjoy is a company that creates an offer wall. Now, what is that? If you go into a game and you have a player, say like a 12-year-old kid who can't pay for things in the game and his mum doesn't want to give him the password to pay for things, what they can do is if they say they want to get this sword or whatever it may be, is they can tap on like, oh, get the sword for free, and then this wall will pop up, this sort of wall with all of these games listed on it. And what it'll say next to the game is if you download this game, you'll get 500 coins. So the kid will then download the game onto his iPhone or Android, open that other game, and then what that'll do in the Tapjoy system is it will report that this user has just downloaded and played this game, so give him 500 coins. And with that 500 coins, he can then buy this sword or however he wants to spend his money in the game. And that's a great way to monetize as well, and it's great for advertising. I've done those both ways. I've been an advertiser on Tapjoy. I'll explain a little bit more about that later, and I can do a separate video if this is not clear. But I've also been a user of Tapjoy as well, so I've actually had the offer wall put inside the game. So I've been an advertiser, and I've also been a publisher of the offer wall. So definitely check out Tapjoy, everybody, because it's a really great way to make some revenue on the game for users who will not pay for the game. So, but in my opinion, make sure when you show the user a Tapjoy offer wall or any kind of offer wall is, for example, through Flurry as well. I think it's Flurry Circle. Is make sure it's clear about what they need to do. Some users tap on this offer wall, and I've seen this. It pops up, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" I've got a list of games, and it's not very clear. So it has to be clear, and that's just part of game design. I think is you got to kind of hold the hand of people who might not know what's going on. So, but again, guys, drop a comment down below if you want me to speak a little bit more about Tapjoy and how it works, because I've integrated those into our Cobalt Play games before. And it's a great service, and the team at Tapjoy is awesome as well. The other one is Playhaven. Basically, you can have a more games button in the game. If a user taps on that, it shows a wall with more games. And if they download one of the paid games, you make money. If they download one of the non-paid games, then I think what happens is, when I was using this, is your game will get recommended in their game. Anybody who has the more games wall. So it's a great way to cross-promote, and it's a great way to get your game out there. So, definitely check that out as well. And it's been a while since I used Playhaven, but take a look at that. I think it's at playhaven.com, but I'll show you the links in a moment. So, the other ones is I get comments on this channel, how to make mobile games on YouTube, and my main focus and our main focus is Cobalt Play is basically mobile games, and with the channel is mobile games. Even though we do talk about web and Unity and so on, the the main way that we make games is we use Unity 3D. That's the game engine, the game software, and I totally recommend that. And go and download it and check it out. I'm actually going to type this in now because I didn't write it down before, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But get Unity. It's an excellent engine. It's free to download. The iOS and iPhone and the Android licenses do cost some money, but I've found that the money's already come back from that anyway, and it's well worth the investment in my opinion if you're wanting to build mobile games. The question that I get asked though is which market should we publish to? People are quickly put off by the $99 developer registration fee for iPhone, and also the $25 registration fee for Android. I'm now talking in June 2012, so that might change when you see this video. But my opinion is those are the two main markets, and especially for Western markets, sort of North America and Europe and so on. So I think if you are serious about doing mobile games, if you're looking at Android or iPhone, whichever one of those is your preference, definitely go. You need the iOS apps, the iPhone App Store for Android, but definitely check. Sorry, for iPhone, but definitely check. Go with the Google Play market in my opinion because it's the biggest one, and you can also go for free on a bunch of other markets as well. But those are the two biggest markets from what I've seen and from our experience, because we have released games. We do release games in both of those markets. Plus markets like I've mentioned here, like the Amazon App Store, getjar.com, slideme.org. And I can talk some more about those as well. If you guys are interested in that, we can actually go through a video and look at the statistics, and I can show you like the number of downloads and things. So, I think I'm going to talk a lot more about this video series. I think this is really interesting because a lot of developers don't really discuss this so much, and I really want to have a conversation with people and get your feedback as well, not just from this video is obviously for beginners, but also for the sort of intermediate or experienced developers who want to share a little bit, and I can give answers in other videos as well, because this has just been an overview video. This is not a looking at a specific video on a particular area, but I'm going to do more and more of these. So please send some questions, guys, down in the comments below, and then I can answer the questions through there. The site's just as before I wrap up here, admob.com. It's run by Google. Definitely check this out. They've got a cool introduction video here, and it's free to get AdMob and download the SDK. We integrate it in Unity through another company who do a plugin called from prime31.com, and it makes the integration super easy. So if anyone's interested in getting AdMob inside of Unity, drop me a comment if you're interested in that video, and then I can make that for you. So I really want you guys to sort of direct how these videos go. If the Tapjoy thing that we've just talked about, if you wanted some more knowledge as well and figuring out and getting signed up to that and getting it integrated, developers.tapjoy.com is the link that you need. The one that I mentioned before about the More Games button, and it shows you the games in a wall, this is playhaven.com. And I've worked with them before, and we integrated Playhaven in one of our early games, so definitely check this out as well. Unity 3D, as I just mentioned, if you just click on the download button here, that'll take you to the latest version that you can download, 3.5.2 at the moment. And you also get a pro version for 30 days, I think it is, and the Android and iOS trials. But Unity is pretty much the main focus of the channel at the moment, but we might do more different engines or different SDKs later. And the other one I just wanted to mention is I get a lot of knowledge from pocketgamer.biz, which is this website here. Great website. I think they summarize their news section really well, and the titles are, I think they present it very, very clearly, and you're able to get a lot of information quickly, because the mobile industry and games just move so fast. And the strange thing is with me as a game developer is I don't play a lot of games. I really don't. I'm not a big gamer, which is really strange, but I think a lot of other developers out there will kind of attest to that as well. They'll say, yeah, I don't play a lot of games, like my friends who aren't developers play a lot. And that's a little bit strange, and part of it is because of time, really. So I think sites like this are really good because it kind of gives you a really good insight into what's happening recently and what the latest trends are. Like I said, with Tapjoy or Playhaven, or things like freemium model, or where the big markets are going. Should you go Android or iPhone, or the one that I read recently, and I don't think this is it, but there's a new Facebook App Store or App Center or something, and I've just looked into that recently. So it's great to see these things because it's tough to sort of stay connected with like this limited amount of time that you've got for developing the game, designing the game, testing the game, releasing the game, reading about all the documentation and getting it into the market, checking all of the statistics and so on, blah 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 blah, and also checking all the news and what other developers are doing and how they're making money and so on. But one of the things that I often do as well is, just while I'm on this point here, is I actually go to iTunes, the iTunes application on the PC or the Mac, and I go to games just by clicking on the App Store key here, and I check out the top 10, the ones that are making that are in the top 10 section for free, for paid, but also for top grossing as well. And that's a really cool way to see what's going on. Now, I've seen this game Dragon Veil up there for a while, so it's really cool to sort of look at, oh, interesting, what are they doing and how is it working? Like Bejeweled Blitz, I mean, that's been up there for months and it's a great game and it's got a huge following. So why is it so good? It's a freemium game. It's heavily Facebook connected. It adds all your friends and shows how their scores are and so on. And that's one of the big reasons. Poker by Zynga is a great game as well. And I've not played a lot of these games. Smurfs Village I have played. Obviously Angry Birds Space, is a great example as well. But why are these games making the most money? And I usually check out this top 100 list or 200 list here to figure out exactly why this is doing so good, and to focus on these games a little bit. So I definitely recommend it and check it out, guys. Go into iTunes and look at the top 10. So, but that's it for now, everyone. I just wanted to give an introduction overview to this video, and I know I've been quite general and I've just floated on the surface of some subjects, but I'm going to go into more detail on those. And please drop a comment down below, and please tap on that like button down below. That really helps. Tap on like. Subscribe as well. This really helps the channel and helps it get more views and so on, and then that keeps us going as well. So, but for now, guys, I hope everyone is doing well, and I wish you all happy developing, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.